guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. We would just sit down today, super chill and casual. I'm in like a big oversized long sleeve. I've got my hair up. It's a very gloomy day outside, so I figured we would just sit down and film a Q&A just because I've gained so many new subscribers in the last few months. It's crazy. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everyone who's clicked on a video and subscribed. It means the world to me. So I figured we'd sit down today, film a Q&A questions. I asked you guys on my Instagram as well as on the YouTube community section, so I have a ton of questions to go through. So I figured let's just go out with a bang. Let's try and get as many questions answered as we can. And I'm just gonna say in advance, I'm sorry to anyone who is like a long-time subscriber and that all this information is like super repetitive, but I have gained a lot of new subscribers and I've kind of seen the same comments like come back over and over again. So I figured I would just answer all those questions, kind of more of like a frequently asked questions video, I guess. But okay, let's jump into it. I have so many questions everywhere. The first one is, hi Carter, I recently started running and my goal is to finish a half marathon next year. I'm wondering if you could do a video on how you train, your splits, do you use compression socks, would you recommend them, and like nutrition stuff. Definitely would film one of those videos. Let me know down below if you guys are interested in seeing a video all about my like training and advice, or maybe I can just film a Q&A totally dedicated to running. But I can do that for you guys. And yeah, so let me know down below if you guys are interested in that. I'll film a whole video on that if you want, just because I feel like that would take up so much of this Q&A if I were to just talk about it now. Someone said, how did you get into running half marathons? My parents actually run. In 2017 I went down for the Wine and Dine half marathon weekend and ran the 5K, and that inspired me, and I would just like so cool to see everyone running a half marathon, so I made it a goal of mine to run a half marathon in 2018, and so I did that, and I've been running halves ever since. I've run 6 so far in literally the last 365 days in training for my first full. But so yeah, my parents. How do you manage to stay so productive and motivated? What drives you? I'm not always motivated and productive. Like, I have to tell you guys that I have my days where I don't want to do anything and that I don't do anything. But what keeps me motivated, like in terms of like working so much, like I'm just really motivated to save money, be able to go on trips, be able to be debt free, pay off my student loans super quick. That's kind of why I work so much. I also just love what I do, so it makes it easy. In terms of like just being productive, this is super weird and I explain this to people and they don't get it, but I am more productive and motivated when I'm really busy. When I don't work and stuff, I'm just kind of like lazy and I don't want to do anything. But when I work a lot and I only have like certain time blocks to get work done, I find myself way more productive. Like, let's say I was working a split shift, so I was working like 6 to 2 at the kids hospital and then 3:30 to 8:30 at my other job. Then I know from 2 to 3:30 I have to like get work done, and I have no choice because that's all the time I have in the day. Time blocking is like my best friend. But yeah, I actually find myself a lot more productive and motivated when I have a lot on my plate, just because I only have these tiny blocks to get work done and I have no choice but to get it done. I hope that makes sense. That's how I explain it to people. Plans for after college. This is super exciting. I got a ton of questions on this. I'm really excited to say that I have finally chosen nursing. I'm going to be going back and getting my BSN next year. I'm signed to a wide variety of things because I think I should keep my options open. So when I graduate in April, that following fall, so fall 2020, I'm going to be applying to PA school. I'm going to be applying to like my master's in epidemiology, my master's in public health. I'll apply to respiratory therapy. I've really decided my heart is in nursing, and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I just enjoy all the options that come with nursing. Like, I could get my MP, I can get my master's in nursing. I could go on to work more of like a managerial position, which I really see myself doing, working on like a unit as a unit manager. You can get your APN. There's so much you can do with nursing, and that's what I really love about it, is that you can always continue to grow. I'd love to work for like the code team one day or something. So yeah, I chose nursing. I'm really excited about it, and that's definitely where my heart is. How do you study for classes? I have a video on this. I'll link it down below, my college day of my life video. A lot of you guys said that was super helpful, so I'll link that video down below. But basically what I do is I take the learning objectives from my lectures or from my textbooks, and then I study based off that, because I know that the learning objectives are super important. So I study off of that, and then normally I will rewrite notes, I will talk things out, and I make Quizlets so that I can do stuff on the go. How many times do you run a week? I run about 3 times a week. My training plan, I follow Jeff Galloway, so I run 2 30-minute runs a week and then 1 long run on weekends. Right now I'm out of commission, unfortunately. I actually had to pull out of my January full because I have a herniated disc in my back. Basically, you guys know I had a slip disc a few years back and a pinched nerve from falling off of Salem, and that never healed properly, and it's been causing me a lot of sciatic nerve damage, and when I run it compresses that sciatic nerve, so we have to get to the root of healing that sciatic nerve and healing my sciatica, but all of that basically I was running so much before my half that I compressed my nerve so much that I herniated a disc. So I'm out of commission right now. I can't really do much. I can barely walk, but I'm 3 times a week. Advice would you offer to someone who's working and going to school? What kind of self-care tips would you offer? That's a good one. I think I've said this in a few videos before, but to just take a day, plan out a day, your least busy day, and just take a few hours for yourself. Self-care looks totally different for everyone. For some people that means like doing nothing all day and just watching movies or something. For me, self-care is like going to the gym, filming a video, doing stuff I really enjoy. But I definitely try and pick one day a week that I'm less busy and just try and even spend a few hours just doing things that I want to do, or spend an evening that you're off work, or an evening that you're off work earlier than usual to just kind of take care of yourself, do a face mask, drink a glass of wine. But yeah, self-care looks different for everyone, and don't think that your version of self-care is wrong. It's normally when I have a morning off work and I can like go to the gym, I can go to spin, I can grab a coffee or something, or take a walk, just take time for myself, especially since my job is very like not mentally challenging, but you do see stuff in a hospital, and so I think it's really, really important to decompress and get your mind off of everything. So those are my tips. Like if you guys want me to film like a self-care routine, that could be fun. I could do that. If you guys are interested in that, just let me know. Post-grad plans, answered that. Tell us about your new job. I work at the Children's Hospital in their staffing office, which is kind of cool. It's a big change of pace for my job. It's way more fast-paced, and I really, really love it. I really like the fast pace of it, and it's a casual job, so I can work as much or as little as I want depending on the week. It depends on my weeks at TOH, which is my main job on the hematology unit. So on weeks that I don't work as much there, I make up for it at CHIO, and then at weeks that I'm really busy at TOH, I work like 1 shift a week at CHIO. But I really love it. I do understand, and I want to say I know I'm extremely blessed and grateful to be able to not only work at one hospital, but 2, because I get so many DMs about you guys trying to get jobs in hospitals or get your foot in the door in healthcare, and I am so beyond lucky and blessed, and I love both my jobs so much. So yeah, that's my new job. I just help and do like sick calls. I manage their staffing. I go to like bed flow meetings with managers and talk about like staffing needs and stuff. I think it's really interesting getting my foot in the door at the Children's Hospital and kind of making a name for myself with the managers. So yeah, that's my new job, and I love it so far. A lot of people ask me what I'm studying in school. I am a double minor in psychology and gerontology, so I'll graduate with my bachelor's in social science with a double minor in gerontology and psychology. Girl, give us that relationship update. We haven't heard any funny first date stories in a while. So if you guys are new to my channel, I was single for like 1.5 years, and I would film Q&As and update you guys on funny first date stories. Not funny, but like just update you guys, because Tara Michelle actually did this for a while, and it was like so like cool. Anyways, last Q&A that I filmed in May, 2 days later I went on a first date with the guy that's now my boyfriend. So that's kind of funny, because I had said like I'm so single in that video, and then 2 days later I went on first date, and here we are. Yeah, no more first date stories, which is fine with me, but yeah, I have a boyfriend, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. What are your top goals right now? I want to graduate this semester with straight A's, which I'm on track to do right now, which is like crazy because I've never done that before. I've always been like a mix of A's and B's, but I'm going to graduate with straight A's this semester. Really, I'm just focusing on putting myself first, and I want to really focus on my recovery. I was really bummed when I found out I couldn't run in January, considering it was my first full, and I just started training for it, and I was so excited, but I know it's just a bump in the road, and you know, the bigger the setback, the bigger the comeback is what I'm telling myself. And just focusing on taking care of myself and not pushing myself, going to physio, going to chiro, going to massage, like getting this back to normal so I can start running again, because it's what I love, and it sucks when you can't do what you love. Focusing on school and just trying to, you know, grind it out as much as I can. Yeah. What hospital specialty you've experienced so far? That's a good question. I'm getting a lot of like people asking me like, oh, what do you want to do when you go into nursing? I know a lot of people say like, oh, you don't really know until you go through clinicals and stuff, but for me it's a bit different because I do have that hands-on experience in hematology, and I love it so much, and I'm so passionate about it, and I read up on articles all the time. I'm like always reading up on the newest transplant stuff, and like I'm really love hematology so much. Not benign, malignant, but I love hematology. So I definitely see myself working there, but I also see myself working in more of like a critical care environment. Like if everything went according to plan, like if everything went super smooth, I would ideally work part-time at the general on my hematology unit because I love it, and at the same time maybe work in PICU or NICU in the kids hospital. I also could see myself being on the RACE team, which if you guys don't know, RACE is like a rapid assessment team we have. So basically you would call for a RACE code before you call for a code blue. It's basically a patient that's just going downhill, but they're not code blueable yet, if that makes sense. I could definitely see myself working for the rapid assessment team. I thrive off of like a high pace, high stress environment. So I can definitely see myself working in a critical care setting. So far, hematology and like critical care are like kind of my two favorites. But we'll see. You never know. Things might change. But I definitely see myself working on my hematology unit because I love heme so much. Do you live at home? Yes, I do. I keep saying, I feel like I haven't given you guys a moving out update yet, but I don't really have one. I'm hoping to move out in 2020, like hoping that's the year. But we'll see. I really want to travel a lot this winter and take trips. So maybe in the spring, fingers crossed, we'll see. But as of right now, I'm still at home. What planner do you use? I use a Passion planner. I love it so much because I time block. So I really like to have the hourly layout. But I do use my Google Calendar too. You guys have seen that in so many videos. I use my Google Calendar like hand in hand with my Passion planner. I love them so much. Highly recommend. I'll link my Passion planner down below. I have the undated one, the undated academic one, I believe. But yes, I love it because I like to time block things hourly. I know some people don't, but I personally do. So that's the planner I have. Do you have any tattoos? Yes, I have one, which you guys actually never see because I'm always holding up the camera. It says Veni Vidi Vici, which means it came, I saw, I conquered. And I got that for my first half marathon. I do want to get a few more tattoos. I want to get like a little Mickey Mouse outline here on my wrist, really tiny. As well as the first line from Chance the Rapper's 65th and Ingleside, which is "There's a way out of no way." And I really like that. It really like resonates with me. I don't know why. I really just like it. So that is that. And then favorite podcast. Oh, I love it, guys. I'm such a podcast person. It's ridiculous. Like, guys, these are all the podcasts I listen to on a weekly basis. I'm not kidding you. Like, every single one. I'm going to read you off some of these. This will be the last question. Is the Husband and Wife podcast with Stephen and Claire. I never know how to say their name, but this is the first one. I follow Claire on Instagram. She's like a blogger / nurse. I love their podcast. They talk a lot about like supporting your partner, relationship advice, money advice, and whatnot. So I really like this one. 6 pillars of like successful relationships. I like this one because you hear a lot about relationship stuff. Manifest with Tori DeSimone, obviously. Gen Z Girl, which is Abby Aslan's podcast. I listen to a lot of YouTuber podcasts. The Real with Natalie Barbu. I listen to Make Spidey Famous Again, which is Spencer and Heidi Pratt's podcast. I'm so obsessed with The Hills. I just finished The Hills New Beginning and I love it. I love it. It's the only reality TV I watch, but I love Spencer and Heidi Pratt. TK's Juicy Pod, Gals on the Go. I listen to the Vile Files. I listen to a lot of like Bachelor related podcasts. I listen to like the Vile Files, which is Nick. Do you say it Vile or Viale? I don't know. Mood with Lauren Elizabeth, one of my faves. I love Lauren Elizabeth so much. As for Me, My House with Jordan and Milena. She has a YouTube channel as well. It's a Christian podcast, so I don't really listen to all of them, but I do try to listen to some of them to get advice, and it's kind of nice to see it from like a Christian perspective. I have Science Rules with Bill Nye on here. Happy Hour with Gretchen. Off the Vine with Caitlin Bristow. Love Caitlin Bristow. On Purpose with Jay Shetty. That's a good one. And The Health Code with Sezzy and Kurt. So those are the podcasts I watch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you guys did. Let me know down below if you guys are interested in seeing a video all on my half marathon training and like tips and tricks for that. I would love to do that for you guys. Or if you have any questions that I didn't get to answer, let me know down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!